All right.
Awesome.
So, Devika, I'll just take 5 minutes to introduce you and everyone else to Across the Globe while we are just
Sure.
getting started and still attracting more people on the webinar.
All right.
So, I am
Okay.
Saurabh Basi. It's a pleasure to have you on board at Across the Globe webinars.
Thank you so much.
So, Across the Globe is a social platform that we have developed for like minded people to connect, collaborate, and grow. For example, if you are into content marketing, or if someone is into yoga, or someone is into dancing or music, it would be great if all of the marketers across the globe, or yogis or dancers across the globe, are connected on a single platform.
Yeah.
And we can connect to like-minded people just near us, or whenever we travel and go to any other city. Now that the life was getting a bit remote, we can just interact with all the like-minded people and get to know each other and see everyone's content and remain educated and help each other grow as a community. That's why we started the platform.
Okay. That's a great initiative, you guys.
So we have our website live, as well as Android app is live. iOS app is also live with a little in the beta version right now.
Okay.
So this is our initiative to bring college students, which is our major audience at this point of time, to help them to interact with industry leaders like yourself, so that they get to know what's going on in the industry and how is it that the industry leaders think and they have the mindset, and get to build some meaningful connections and get to know about useful content from industry leaders themselves, not something that is taught in the schools or colleges. So I think we can just get started on the webinar at this point of time. Um, so I'll take another minute to introduce you to everyone. So everyone, Devika Joshi is a B2B marketer with more than 6 years of experience in account management, public relations, journalism, sales, online and offline marketing. She's the founder of Digitize My Brand, a virtual digital marketing agency comprising experienced specialists from all around the globe. You can check out her Digitize My Brand Academy on Google. Devika has an exemplary alumnus from the batch of 2010. From a journalist to public relations consultant, her career path has been a roller coaster ride. She has
Hmm.
experimented with unconventional career choices till she finally became a digital nomad and a passionate traveler. And she has also she's a sales and marketing specialist and a TEDx speaker as well. So Devika, would you like to touch base upon that, something about yourself that I might have missed out?
I will surely. And first of all, thank you so much for having me here. And thanks a ton, everybody who's here with us in this webinar. I'm so happy that you joined. I have always advocated about being location independent and being a digital nomad and working remotely from anywhere you want, because it just opens so many avenues for people all around the world, and it just makes the world so boundaryless. And I advocated that even before Corona happened, you know, and it is like, it's almost like important now that people work from home. But I think there are various career options now that have enabled us to work from home even more after the corona pandemic, and I'm very happy about it. Well, I would just like to start and hop on to the webinar straight away. I would like to know people's uh, preference. Do you prefer Hindi, or you prefer English, or do you prefer English? What do you all prefer? Can you tell me? Can anybody tell me what all do you prefer? Hindi, English, or English? What is your preferred language? English. Okay. Dharamveer Singh said English. Anybody else? English, please. English, Sayali said. English. All right. So I can see a lot of English, and most of people are comfortable with English. I hope everybody here is Indian. So I mean, even if I have a little bit of examples where I put Hindi there, people would not mind. Although it'll be primarily English, but I would try to make it easy for everybody. All right. So let's just get started with how to market your business or your personal brand or yourself without any money. So what will we be covering in this webinar today will be what is content marketing, the career possibilities with content marketing that you will be having, how to market yourself and your business or your personal brand, or you as a professional without using any money, right? And still get results, still get leads, and still convert. The other thing that we will be doing is how to establish expertise even without experience. Even if you are a fresher, how to come across as authority and establish expertise so that people regard you as somebody who is knowledgeable in their field and make you a priority while hiring, and you get an edge over your competitors. So how to do that? Then we will be touching upon what are content magnets. I will be telling you more about what are content magnets when we cross and talk in detail about it. And finally, I will have my bonuses, an announcement, and an opportunity for everybody here to earn immediately after this webinar. All right. So let's get started, you guys. So first of all, who am I? I think Mr. Basi was very kind enough to already tell, but I think I should tell who am I and why should you probably be learning this from me. So I am Devika Joshi. I have 7 years of experience in journalism, marketing, and sales. And I have worked in India TV, Times of India, Z News as a journalist, where I learned how to make interesting content. Then I went to JWT, which is one of the world's top advertising agency, and I worked for Nokia there. And there I learned how to create content which is focused to target audience and customers. Then I went to 2020 MSL, which is again one of the world's leading PR, public relations agency. I handled clients like Lava, BenQ, Corning, Gorilla Glass there, and I was an expert of how to make them look like an expert. I made them publish in different leading newspapers, and that's what I did there. And finally, I joined BGM Industries, which is basically the distributor of various international brands like Adidas, US Polo, Umbro, Flying Machine, and 60 more brands. And what I basically did there was use content to make sales happen. So basically make content in such a manner that it sells. So this is what I did. Now finally, I woke up one day and I realized, hey, I've been doing this for all the brands. And what if I apply this on myself? What will happen? So I just did it part-time for a year, and I realized that it could be quite cool. In a year, approximately on Instagram, I gained about 15,000 followers, and all organic. Then I also landed various travel collaborations where I was offered travel for free, and I got various offers from various people in order to join them in their travels and just make them a part of my whole channel. And then finally, I also landed a TED Talk. I also got published in Travel 360 magazine, which is Air Asia's magazine, international magazine, again on travel. So if I can do this for myself, I could surely teach you how could you do it for you. All right. So let's get started. I think that's enough for me. What is content marketing? I think people overcomplicate it. If you ask about me, content marketing is simply becoming good friends with your customer. How? Through targeted content, which is valuable to them, it is relevant to them, and it is consistently given to them. ऐसे ही आप फ्रेंड्स बनते हो, किसी से भी अगर आप फ्रेंड्स बनते हो, आप रेगुलरली you meet them, you talk to them, you interact with them. That's how you become customer, and that's simply content marketing. Marketing to become friends with your customer so that they trust you as somebody they look up to and want advice, services, or products of to solve their problems. Simple. So if I go to the definition, in the simplest of form, content marketing is becoming a trusted friend of your target audience by giving valuable, relevant, and consistent messaging across channels. All right? अब ये थोड़ा theoretical हो गया. Let's come to the career possibilities of content marketing. So if you know content and if you know content marketing, the kind of careers that you can go through are endless, right? You can become a content marketer, you can become an advertiser, you can become a coach, you can also become a personal brand of your own. You can have your own business and very nicely position your brand and get results. You can do sales and marketing, you can do business development, you can become a copywriter, you can become a digital marketer, nomad, or a freelancer, and you can also become an authority on any field. और अगर आपको कंटेंट आता है तो आप फेसबुक एड्स में भी अच्छे होंगे, आप सोशल मीडिया मार्केटर भी अच्छे बनोगे, इन्फ्लुएंसर ब्लॉगर अच्छे बनोगे, पब्लिक रिलेशंस में भी अच्छे बनोगे. व्हाई? बिकॉज कंटेंट मार्केटिंग इज द बैकबोन ऑफ every marketing activity. All right, so if you know content marketing, you will have an edge over almost every kind of marketing activity, and you will have every aspect of marketing open to you only if you know content. So let's move forward to the question everybody was wanting to ask: how do you market yourself even if you have zero money? मतलब ये बहुत बड़ा misconception है that people think that we need to take tons of money, get tons of money to market ourselves, generate leads. It's absolutely not true. Now in the olden times, जब हमारे पास internet नहीं था, this was true. We had to give ads, we had to shell out money, but with digital marketing and digital avenues, this is possible to actually market yourself without money and still get results, still build a brand. And I'll tell you how. So this is the process of content marketing. All right. How do you do content marketing? First of all, you have to create an avatar. That is, you have to create your customer's avatar and then your brand avatar. Then based on those avatars, you have to create content. Based on the content, you have to publish it on your website or your blog, and then from your website or your blog, you have to distribute it to different social media channels or different websites in order to get traffic from them. And then finally, you have to recycle that content. I mean, use snippets so that the traffic goes back to your website. And finally, you have to measure how did that campaign do for you. I will be elaborating on all of that and helping you through now. Such a powerful exercise, and if you all do it, it will be good not only for content marketing but the whole branding and whole marketing exercise, everything. So we have to be very specific in this exercise, very, very sharp focused. Okay? We have to think that our customer is this one person. All right? This one person. And you have to close your eyes and think of it. And what do you want to know about the person? Unki basics. What is their age? What is their gender? Are they married or not? Because there are various products and services, like for example, Bharat Matrimony. You would not want your customer to be married, right? You would want them to be single or divorced or never married, right? Basically. So you have to go to the deepest ends. Are they married? How many children do they have, right? What is the location? Is your location is also very important. Why? Because if you are based out of Hyderabad and you only give your services in Hyderabad and you are targeting somebody from Delhi, it would not work. So you have to see what is the location of your customer, what is the occupation of your customer, what is the job title of the customer, level of income, and goals and values of your customer. Then you have to see what are the challenges and pain points and objections to the purchase. Now, please, I would request you all to screenshot this. And this is a very strong exercise. Screenshot this, keep it to yourself. Use various tools like market research, books, internet to find this out. And you have to be very specific. Just say age bhi hai. So age mein you don't have to make a range of age. No, be specific. If you have a range of age, take out an average and be so sure that go ahead and even name your ideal customer कि उसका नाम कैसा होना चाहिए. And if you can, take a picture. Imagine after doing all this, how should your customer look like, how will he react. And if you could find anybody, say any character, any actor who looks like your customer, paste it in between where I have left a blank person, paste that in between. So this is how you complete your customer avatar exercise. Then based on that, we do the brand avatar. That is the avatar of your brand. Okay, that exercise we do. So in that, we see what is the vision of your brand. That is, what do you want to do? What do you want to accomplish from the customer? Mission, how will you accomplish that from your customer? Culture, like what is the environment you are giving to your customers and your employees? Design basically means ki which logo, which design, which colors resonate the most with you. Which colors, which logos, which designs are something that defines you the best. You need to find out and you need to research that about yourself and your personal brand. Communication, how will your brand communicate? Will they be formal? Will they be informal? Will they be passive? Will they be aggressive? Ye sari tonality you have to find out. Based on that, you will formulate other things. Behavior, how will be their behavior with the customers? And finally, language. Languages are basically, could everybody hear me? Could everybody hear me? Hello? Okay, you can hear me.
Audible.
Audible, fine. So language is basically what associations do you want your customer to have. For example, Maggie matlab noodles, right? Whenever you want to say noodles, you want to say Maggie, and that's what they have done. When we talk about Disney, they always use a few words very tactically in all their communication, be it their advertising, be it their amusement park or their movies. You will often hear words like fantasy, magic, dream, all these things. You will hear that. So these are the words the brand Disney wants you to associate their brand with. They call Disneyland the happiest place on earth, right? It's magical, it is fantasy. So you have to know what you want your brand. What are the words that your brand would use consistently with your customer in your advertising, in your content, and you want, if your customer thinks about this is what makes immediately them recall my brand. Okay, so that is the language. So this is again another very powerful exercise. Please screenshot this also and research well about yourself. Ask your customers. If you have a company, if you are a personal brand, ask yourself. And it is such a powerful exercise. It gives you just so much when you do it. Okay, I swear you will be very happy and you will be very sorted about your content marketing when you do it. All right, now up to the next. Okay, sorry to break that to you, but this is how you look like when you only talk about products, discounts, and offers with your customer. You look like a villain. You look like a hungry wolf who just wants to take advantage of them, right? Because you did not take out time to know your customers. You did not know how they feel. All you're doing is imposing your star. We have to learn from Shah Rukh Khan, guys. It's a very simple strategy. Look what Shah Rukh Khan does to all his heroines. I'll take an example. First of all, he educates the heroine about himself. Okay, he would sing songs for her, make her know that he exists. He will tell that this is what your life could be with me, right? So basically he's educating the heroine about an existing problem even she is not aware of, an existing solution that could possibly be, right? Then he engages with the heroine. He would take her out, he would probably play with her. Rahul and Anjali were best friends in Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, not because they just knew each other, but because they played together, they shared their secrets together, they cared for each other. And that's what exactly you have to do with your customer. You have to engage them, you have to care for them, right? And that's how you become your customer's friend. Always know that whenever you start your exercise, your customer should always be in your mind as your friend, as somebody you want to help and serve. And only then you can do it right, you can justify these efforts. And that is finally when, after a good amount of time of engaging with the heroine, he finally proposes, and he will be like, will you marry me, right? And that's what we want our customer to do, marry a brand, that is buy a brand, right? So most people do this. Most hazardous thing is that they jump into just the proposal straight away. You don't do that, we don't do that, right? So similarly, we don't do that when it comes to content also. So you got the process. Now I will tell you in detail of how to implement this very Shah Rukh Khan strategy, which I say, in content. Okay. So this strategy I call the funnel strategy. Okay. If you see, that is the top of the funnel. Top of the funnel is a stage where you use all the kinds of content to make people aware about your service, aware about you, aware about the product, and maybe sometimes even aware about the problem they did not know there is. Like, for example, there are so many masks now, right? Because of corona, there are so many masks there, and you don't even know why masks are important. The government made you realize, the brands made you realize that, hey, you need a mask in order to help and protect yourself. And this is why, because you could get infected, right? You did not even know about the problem till you got informed by the media, people, so many people, right? So this is what you do. And what kind of content do you use when you basically are making them aware? You use your blogs, you use your social media updates, you use infographics, you use photographs, you use digital magazine or book, audio podcast, video podcast, microsite, magazines, primary research. These are all the content tools that you use when you want to make your customer aware about you, right? It's a myth. People think that content just means writing and, just articles. No, the possibilities are endless, right? You don't need to be good at writing to be good at content. Even if you're good at presenting, right, you could be good at content. Even if you're shy, camera shy, you could be good by being a good podcaster, right? Just record an audio and upload it, podcast it, you could be good. So it is a myth that only if you're good at writing you could be good at content. It's not necessary. So this stage will make your prospects aware about you, the problem they are facing, and how you are the solution. Then you come to the middle of the funnel. Now, this is a stage where the person knows about you. The customer knows you exist. The customer knows that you can solve their problem, but he's hesitant. He's like, why should I give you my time and effort? Will you put your money where your mouth is? So he will test you. He would evaluate you. That is the stage. He would see you from far and keep on seeing what are you doing. And based on that, he would take a decision. So what are the sources and what are the contents that you should use then in order to convince him and take out all the roadblocks towards the sales? First, you have to give them educational resources about your product or service, keep on quizzing them on Instagram, serving them, knowing what do they like, what do they do not like about their brand, taking their feedbacks. This is how they engage with you more. This is them playing with you, right? This is them becoming your thicker friends. Then you give them useful resources, you give them webinars, you give them anything that helps them solve their problem. And that is how you can prevent any kind of roadblocks or setbacks or any kind of doubts they have about your service and products. And finally, convince them to take action and get your products sold or get your services sold. Okay, this is when you come to the last point, that is bottom of the funnel, right? This is how. And then when you come to the bottom of the funnel, it is a part where the customer knows about you, he is convinced and he is ready to buy, but he is just being lazy. So how do you come across that laziness and prevent it again? You use demos. You give them demos that, oh, you know what? I know you have your own problems and I know you are not ready to buy, but here's a free demo. Look into it. If you like it, take the whole service, right? You see that freemium model in various softwares. Or you can tell them a testimonial. See, XYZ was my customer and he came to me. He had this problem and here is how I solved it. Look, this is what that customer has to say about me. And if I can help them, I can help you also. So this is another thing that you could do in order to stop them from going away and sell them. Finally, you can have your webinar and events in order to convert them well, right? So this will enable them to now go from a lead to somebody who has bought your service. This is how Raj proposed Simran, and guess what? Instead of saying no, if you would have proposed earlier, she would have said no, right? I don't even know you. How can I marry you? But now Simran knows Raj well and your customer knows your brand well. So now you can finally ask your customer to marry you or get your services or your products. And finally, they would 80% after you've used this say yes. All right. So this was the content strategy that we have. Now that you know how to make content and content strategy, let's discuss how to publish and distribute your content. So here is how you publish, distribute, and recycle your content. And this is the strategy that you should be using. Okay. Now, the number one mistake brands do is that they do not have their websites. Okay. Here is a harsh truth I will tell you about all the social media platforms. Your website is like your house. It is the only thing on the net that is yours, because your Facebook, your Twitter, your Instagram account, your YouTube account, your TikTok account, your LinkedIn account, or any other account that you have is somebody else's property. Facebook is Mark Zuckerberg's, right? It is Facebook's property. They could basically rule you and your content. They can ban you. They can stop your reach engagements tomorrow. That can happen, right? That happens, right? The influencers often complain about less and less engagement because that's their platform, and whatever they want will happen. Your video can be taken down. Recently, Carrie Minati's video got taken down despite amazing results, amazing reactions. It got taken down, right? So what do we learn from that incident? That your own website is the only place you can 100% rely on, that whatever content you post will be 100% safe. So what do? You just use all these social media platforms to leverage and get traffic from them, because they are high on SEO. They are very good. They come on top of Google. People discover them faster. You just use those platforms to get all those people to come to your website, right? Come to your house. You invite them through these places. These places don't make them your house. And that is how you publish, distribute content. And how do you recycle? You use the same content, chop it down into snippets, and then keep on publishing, so that the people, they come back to that post depending on what actions you want. Have you made that post because you want awareness, or you want to engage, or do you want any kind of action? Depending on that, people take actions, right? So this is what you should do. This should be your strategy. Finally, how to measure if your content marketing effort was effective. Now, it depends on what your basic goal is behind content marketing. If you are in a place where you are trying to make people aware, whether about your product, service, yourself, anything, the matrix should be impressions and reach. You should see on your social media, on your website, through Google Analytics, how many impressions were there, what was their reach, how many people, how much traffic came, from where did it come. So that should be your measurement, right? If you've made a content in such a manner that you wanted the people to consider your offer, right? Then what you do, what should your matrix or measurements be? How much number of engagements did you get, right? And what is the kind of engagement did you get? Did you just get a like? Because that's a light way. When somebody comments, that means they're more engaged. When somebody shares, that means they're moved, right? So like, comment, share. That is how it goes, right? Like, comment is more powerful than like, share is more powerful than both of them. So this is how it goes. So you have to measure how many people liked it, how many people commented it. That means commentators are more serious. And then how many people shared it, because the people who shared it are sold. They trusted you. They trust you so much that they share through them, right? So you have to check what is the kind of engagement that you got. Then if you were in a place where you were looking for a decision, you have to see how many link clicks did your page get, how many add to carts did your product get, how many yes, enroll me in did your service get. So you have to go to your website and you have to check all that. If you want to see that, okay, I've sold it to the customer, what is their feedback? Then you have to see the testimonials, how many people are giving you testimonials, how many people are caring or calling your customer care. You have to check all that. And finally, when you want to know how many of the customers are loyal customers who love me, okay, and you have to test your content that way, that this is the content and I did it for people who are my loyal customers. How did they respond? You have to check how many impressions, earned impression, that means how many shares did they do while their platforms, because they're loyal customers. How many people did they refer you to? How many people did they say, oh, check this out, I tried it, really liked it, right? So these should be your KPIs when you are measuring your content strategy. Now comes a part of how to establish your expertise even without experience. Now, do I mean by this that we are trying to fake it or we are trying to be imposters? Absolutely not, right? So in marketing, there's a very, very famous saying that you are as good as your last marketing campaign. You are as good as your last campaign as a marketer. But there are so many freshers out there who are full of potential and they never got an opportunity. Is it fair to say that for them while they're going to a job interview? What do? Well, social media gives you a very good option of measurability. You can literally measure the impact of your idea using social media. So what do you have to do? Suppose, okay, forget about marketer. Suppose you are a fashionista, okay? You're a fashion designer and you want to know, you did not get a job in a designer studio or you did not get a job on a designer blog. What do you do? Well, make your own WordPress blog, free WordPress blog, right? You don't have to depend on anybody. And I would not say that you make your website, because I know you are students right now. It is not economically feasible also. So make your free blog on WordPress or blog or something like that. and keep on posting, and then use the same content strategy I gave you for your own personal branding. Okay? Put it on TikTok, put different kind of styles on TikTok, put it on YouTube, put it on different social media platforms, and engage people. Engage people with your ideas, your fashion ideas, and all that. See their response, because there you get a demonstrated check on how much people are liking your ideas, your designs, everything, right? So this is how you could prove your expertise even when you do not have any experience, right? You could show literally your potential. So if a person in front of me comes as an IMDHR, and I have done a lot of recruitments, and there's a person who has demonstrated, he's a fresher, but he has a demonstrated history of people liking them. He has a very good social capital. He has used a platform. He is using it well. And he has shown that his strategies work. But he's a fresher, but he knows how things are done, versus somebody who is also a fresher, but he has nothing demonstrated. I would obviously choose the first person, right? So this is how you get an edge over your competitors, and always be demanded by recruiters. Also, because you are so prevalent in social media, you will get noticed. Okay, so if you follow this, I swear, if you follow this just for 3 months, but you have to be consistent for 3 months. If you follow this strategy for 3 months, okay, see what is your niche that you want to be an expert on, use your blog, and then distribute content on various social networking sites depending on what your niche is. Now, you, if you're an actor, obviously you should go to TikTok or Instagram, right? But if you're an engineer, you should probably go to LinkedIn and give requests to all the IT heads so that they notice you. Give requests to all the HR heads so that they notice you, and then publish content so that they keep on seeing your activity. And people have done it. People have done it for 3 months, and they have started getting results. They have literally started getting job offers from people so much, and they are in demand so much that a person came back to me and he was like, I don't even need to go to naukri.com. My LinkedIn is my naukri.com. People are approaching me because they find my posts very helpful. And this is what you could do, right? When you do this strategy. And then finally, let's talk about content magnets. Content magnets are tools to attract the right customers and recruiters to you rather than you going to them. What are basically content magnets? Content magnets are basically all those content tools like books, like case studies, like podcasts, like magazines, like free consulting that help your client. And when a content is a magnet, when it immediately solves an existing problem of your client or a recruiter. Like, for example, let's suppose my target audience or a client I would want is a marketing manager, right? Now, I know their number one challenge is getting more engagement, because that is one of the severe matrix that they want, right? Or getting more response or getting more sales. So what do? I will basically take out a book which says how do you get more sales and about 90% conversions. And I've done that. I have actually done a marketing campaign, which was a corporate gifting campaigns, and through that I got 90% sales conversions. And I took that case study, made it into a book, and distributed. And I just said on my LinkedIn, wait, I think I will have that too. On my LinkedIn, I said that, hey, I have this case study, and this is how I got 90% conversion. And I'm giving away this book and case study for free. Who wants it? You would not believe, I got 14,000 views on LinkedIn, 14,000 views, okay? And I just had like 1,400 people, so 10 times views. And I got 109 comments, all from my potential customers. So that means free leads, people who want to talk to me, all my customers, right? Through that simple content magnet, they came to me. They said, yes, this is my email ID, contact me. This is my email ID, give me the solution. This is my email ID, I would want to talk to you. This is my email ID, let's consult. I got so many consulting offers and so many job offers just after that one post. This is the power of a content magnet, and this is what you could make possible. Now how? Suppose you go for a book, right? Books are basically used when you want to build authority, right? So you write a book on a specific niche or something like that, a small book. It could be a small book, and just mail it to the CEO or um, IT head or whatever your domain is, their head. Now I'm telling you one thing: nobody is going to read it. Okay, nobody has time. If you mail it, nobody has time. But but what will it do is it will position you as a marketing leader. Why? Because the moment they see, oh, he's an author, that means authority. They think you know so well that you wrote a book about it. So what happens? You are established, and they would really start respecting you. So the next time you go to a job and you are like, oh, I've written a book on it, why don't you have a look? There are 80% more chances that people will come to you. The other thing is case studies. Case studies is where you pose a problem that you had, and then you solve that problem, and then you show them how did you solve that problem. So if they have similar problems, they would know that you know the solution. They will be thankful to you, right? Finally, podcast positions you as an established expert in your own field, and you don't need to have good writing skills or communicating or video skills on that. Even if you are camera shy, you can record it and put it on various places, right? Like there are so many podcast websites. You just put it on there, and then you could share it, and this will be one of the most helpful things. Finally, magazines. You might have seen a lot of companies come out with their industry magazine. This positions them as a connection hub, because they have interviews by industry experts. They have key insights that people would need. So people come to them for knowledge. They like them. Subconsciously, they're positioning themselves as a friend that they like, consult, seek, and that makes people more likely to buy those products and services, right? And then finally, free consultation. When you know your customer might need some kind of help, just call them up. Okay, target your customer, call them up and be like, hey, I have 30-minute consultation free that I can give it to you, and if you like it, we could go ahead with the full service. Okay, make them test your service, make them test your results, and if your results and services are good, they are surely going to get back to you. Okay, and this is going to take out all the doubts that they have regarding your services. It's that simple. Finally, there are 100 plus forms of content magnets which you could use here. Okay, and I will be teaching you later. The final part. Now, this is really cool. Okay, this is how to never fail in your content campaigns. These are the tools that industry experts use to derive to campaigns or make relevant content campaigns for their target audience. Okay, the first one is keyword tool. Now, if I could show you keyword tool, just a minute. Let me just share my screen. Let me just give me a minute. I will share my screen regarding this. I will show you a very cool tool. Okay, I'm just opening it, don't worry. So keyword keywordtool.io. Now, prepare to be blown away, okay? How do I find what my customer wants to know? Okay, this is the secret most of the content marketers use to get to know what their customer really. So here you can see I can find what my target audience on Google wants to know, YouTube wants to know, Bing, Amazon, eBay, Play Store, Instagram, Twitter wants to know. It's a crazy free tool, you guys, okay? And you could, suppose I'm talking about being a fashion influencer and I want to know what fashion trend is in there, okay? So fashion trends. I want to know about fashion trends, right? And I can even go here and choose which language speaking people do you want to target or do you want to know about. So I can talk and I can know about people in India who speak Hindi. What are they searching? People who speak Bengali, Telugu. So you know, how can you regionally actually target people using this? This is an insane tool, you guys. Okay, and you can do it for people all around the world using this. You can do it for people all around the world. It's so crazy. Right now I'm going to choose India only. India English, all right? And then I want to know what people are using, what people are searching for on Google, let's suppose. So here are my suggestions. I have asked for what questions are people asking the most on Google. How will that help me? When I make content, it will be relevant because I'll be answering the questions people are also already questioning. So my target audience will be hit better because I will be answering them better. So here are the things people are asking. Look at this, guys. Free. You get this free. What are the fashion trends for 2020? People are asking. 2019. What are the fashion trends right now, right? Fall fashion trends, spring fashion trends. Do fashion trends still exist? So many content ideas. Look at this you got, okay? You will never get out of content, and content which is relevant to your target audience, okay? So people have raised hands. Rushikesh has raised hands and Kalash has raised hands. I would be addressing both of you. Please hold on. I will be addressing both of you after I finish one more thing, okay? So this is what you can get access to. Then you can also see keywords. What all words should I use in my content or my any kind of content, and that will get me up in Google search, okay? So these are the words that you should be using, like fashion trends 2020, fashion trends 21. All these things, if you use, you will rank up on Google search, all right? You can also go for prepositions. So, and you can do it across platforms. What are people searching on YouTube? What are people searching on Bing? The possibilities are endless. This is an amazing, amazing, amazing tool. Okay, guys. Now, the other tool that I am talking about, and this is really cool, okay? This will blow your mind. Be prepared. This is called Crystal Nose. Okay. And what does Crystal Nose do is it predicts the personality of your target audience. Fine. Remember, we made a customer avatar, right? Now, what you have to do is, in order to make your strategy impeccable, your content impeccable, is go to LinkedIn and find out one person who is probably exactly like what your customer avatar was. All right. So you have to go to LinkedIn and do that. And after you find their, suppose I go to LinkedIn, right? And you have to download that extension of Crystal Nose from that website, and that extension works on Chrome. So this is my LinkedIn. Suppose I want to get to know, okay, I want to get to know Deepak Kanakraju. I really like him. He's amazing, okay? I want to be his friend, and I want to get to know how to approach him and what kind of language should I use so that I'm always effective in my communication. So imagine this is my exact customer avatar. What do? So I will go and I would just click on this extension, which is Crystal Nose. Now, Crystal is going to analyze his profile and tell me exactly how to talk to him. Okay. See, I got a proper playbook on how to interact with Deepak. Okay. Deepak tends to engage with new people quickly, especially when discussing a mutual excitement for future. So I got to know his personality through artificial intelligence. How cool is that, guys? And you can do that too for each and every customer. And indeed, you can also do this. They have like 10 free credits, 10 free profiles that you can do it. After that, you have to take premium. So choose wisely, but you can actually structure a very focused content strategy for those people. Think about that. Okay. So what type of person is Deepak? He's a motivator. Now I go to conversation coach and I want to know. So suppose I want to email Deepak, right? And what I want to do is I would probably want to say, I just want to make a good impression in front of Deepak. I'm in a stage where I am making him aware about my product and service. And I just want to be a good person to talk to and somebody he would be open to. So what do I do? So I'm going to click that and let the AI tell me, right? So this is the analysis. So these are the phrases if I write, like, listen to this. I think you'll be interested in knowing. If I write these subject lines, right, he is most likely to open. I just got a whole cheat sheet to my customer, guys. I got a whole cheat sheet to him. And you can have it too, right? And for some reason, yes. I'm really interested to hear your thoughts. I hear you are good at this. You know, the subject should be excited to get started. Hey, greeting should be like, hey, Deepak. So Deepak probably likes informal kind of greetings. Wow, I know everything, right? And then I have to sign off like thanks or something like that. How will you feel about it? Okay, let's explore more about Deepak. For example, I just want to call Deepak. Wait. Oh, I can also explore playbooks, which will give me a detailed idea about Deepak. Sorry. We will start that over again. Yeah, sorry. So we will probably, I will go back to Deepak and I will see, for example, I want to have a meeting with Deepak, sorry, all right? And I want to finally make a sales pitch to him. What do I do that will 80% convince him? I have to say words like, you want to see my favorite part? Here's an example of, so that you can see what it is like. And my posture should be leaning back. He would like that. What should I do to win him as a friend? I should joke around. I should use visual aids. You should be expressive, and I should use colorful language that excites him. And I should be conversation focused. And what should I not do? I should never use overly descriptive language in front of him, provide too much additional data, talk about cost immediately, or talk too much about past experience. Deepak would not like that. So how cool was that? If you found that valuable, guys, can you just say valuable so that I know this thing you guys liked? Can you just write valuable for me if you found this thing valuable? I'm so happy you guys liked it. So this is how you can actually hack your customer. This is how you can actually get to know what is in your customer's mind. This is how actually you can get to know how to speak to your customer to win them for sure. All right. So coming back to my presentation now. Okay, so here are the tools that I told you about. That is keyword tools and crystal notes, right? And then finally, for all those people who found it valuable, I'm so happy. Do use these strategies. Let me know how you feel about it, how you are looking forward to it. And for others, I promise two things. One, I'll make an announcement. I'll make an announcement about my course where I literally handhold you. I will be personally guiding you through all this, and whatever I taught, I will take you super deep and super detailed in all of that. And also, I will be giving you an affiliate opportunity to earn immediately after this webinar ends. How many people would like that? How many people are here to earn? How many people are here to earn? Okay. So here is my Content Marketing Pro course, where I will be giving you. So this is nothing. What I showed you, I can do way more than that. So I will be giving you an approach to generate hundreds of leads without spending money. I have a few posts which are 6 months old and still generating leads for me. All right, they are still there, and they are giving me hundreds of customers every month passively. I just posted once, right? And I'll show you exactly how to do it. I've done it on Facebook, I've done it on Instagram, I've done it on WhatsApp. And people come back to me all the time on that post. And I will be telling you how you can exactly do the same. Then I would be teaching you how to increase your engagement on social media, even if you have a limited number of following. All right. Finally, I will be always also teaching you about my content is formula, a 3-step formula which works across platforms, be it on LinkedIn, be it on Twitter, be it on Facebook, anywhere. If you use that particular formula, you will get engagement, or at least you will get views and shares, because people would be interested in what you are saying. Finally, from my experience, I will show you how to get published in leading newspapers and magazines of your niche so that you become an authority. I have done it for Lava, I have done it for BenQ, I have done for Kerning, Gorilla Glass, and I have done it for myself. And I will show you how you can do it for you. All right? How exciting is that? And then finally, time for my bonuses. Bonus number 1, content calendar. 365 days of content, all made, customized, tailor-made for you. I'll show you how exactly to do it, and so that you would need nobody else. And you could actually, after learning it from me, do it for others. And I usually charge 5,000 rupees to make somebody's content calendar, that is pan out 365 days of what content should they be posting. I do it for influencers, and they easily give 5,000 rupees for that. And after you learn this, you can charge the same. Bonus number 2, SEO and content workshop. I usually charge 7,500 for, but I will be just giving away in this course. So using this strategy, content and SEO, you will be on top of Google, top of your content shape, and amazingly discoverable. Finally, this is crazy, but I will be giving you 150 high performing topics of your niche. Topics which people are literally looking for, wanting an answer, and will make you more search friendly, customized for you. Now, when you do this kind of research for brands and personal brands, you charge 10,000 bucks and upwards. 10,000 is a very nominal fees because of this very extensive research. In this course, I will be showing you how exactly to do this research. And then after you know it, you can charge the same amount of money from brands and personal brands. And finally, I'll give you 30 plus email templates which work. In my experience, in my 7 years of experience, I have emailed and done so many email templates. And then from my experience, I've compiled 30 templates so that you don't have to type anymore. I have done that for you. Usually I charge 5,000 to give that template kit to anybody but this will be included in the course. Bonus number 5 is you will get access to my VIP group to ask any questions and stay updated. All right. And then finally, this is the big offer. You just saw Crystal Nose and you just saw the other tool that I gave you. But this is not it. Now, I was in Gem Industries, which is a small company. So you have to do a lot. So I had no other option but to find tools which actually make me work 10x. And I'll give you the same tools. What if you can use the power of artificial intelligence to be almost perfect in content marketing, and with just 2 hours of your time, give the same kind of effort and energy and get the same kind of results which a person will get if they put 10 hours. This is possible using artificially intelligent tools, which I will be telling you how to use, and 10x your customers, 10x your strategies, 10x everything. And all of this combined, the value is 57,500 rupees. Okay. This is the complete value of everything I'm making you learn. But for today, because this is a lovely platform, I will be giving it away for just 999. 9,999 is all it is. You can contact me or ATG for more details. And now the affiliate opportunity. If you think there is somebody who can benefit from this course and whatever I'm going to teach in 999, you can refer them and you can market to them. And if they buy the course, you will get a part of the course fee without over using their funds. Like, I would not be charging them any extra, but you will be getting a commission without affecting their cost price. How cool is that? So with every conversion, every new person who joins the course, you get to earn. You want to join that if you want to join that affiliate course, then you can contact me, devika@digitismybrand.com, and you can also contact aditya.atgworld@outlook.in if you want to join this affiliate program. Moreover, there is a 10% discount for everybody who joins the course. All right. Now, for all the people who raised their hands, guys, please one by one ask your questions. All the people. So first of all, Rushikesh, please ask your questions. What were the questions? What are your questions?
Hello, everyone. You may use the chat as of now to ask the doubts.
Please use the chat to ask the doubts. Everybody who raised their hands had doubts. Please use the chats to ask your doubts, and I will clarify your doubts regarding anything on this course. Okay. So, ma'am, please tell us, how can we increase followers for Insta page? So same, Ashish, you have to follow that content strategy. Okay. The whole process that I just showed right now, like, you have to first go and get to know what your personal brand is about. What is your niche? Ashish, what is your niche? What is the niche that you, what kind of influencer are you? Can you tell me, Ashish? Ashish? Okay, you are into digital marketing, right? So we go back to the whole process, right? We go back to this process where we get to know about the customer, right? So you get to know about the customer here. You do this exercise first. You get to know about the customer and then make content which solves their problems, solves their issues, and post it on your blogs and also post it on different platforms. And in every platform, you give links to other platforms that they could also follow and incentivize them, right? If they follow you, right? Give them something, give them a content magnet. So basically, if you're a digital marketer, you would want marketers to follow you, right? So give marketers something that solves their marketing issues. Like, for example, you say, if you subscribe to my email list, then you can have this magazine. Or if you subscribe to my Instagram or you become a new follower, all the new followers will be given this magazine or this audiobook or this thing that will solve their issue. This is how you get more followers on Instagram. This is how you consistently, also you have to post content which solves their problem so that they can test you out. And after they think that, oh, you are really valuable, they would also trust me, refer more and more people to your profile, and more people will be coming. But there is one magic word apart from welcome, thank you, and sorry. It is consistency. In marketing, when you are consistent, result shows. All right. So that's your answer. Anybody else has any kind of doubts? Thank you so much, Ashish. Anybody else has any kind of doubts? You can use the chat in order to know. Any doubts? Anybody? Okay. Ma'am, would producing, so Mayur asks, ma'am, would producing content on YouTube be different from Insta? Yes, it will be very different. See, every medium has a different mood, right? So Instagram is a social networking platform. So basically, people there are here to see things, okay? They want to check out trends. They are very fancy people, and they get bored of text and too long things. So when it comes to Instagram, you should probably not create any video that is more than 1 minute. Even if you have those long videos, Instagram is not really the audience for that. Okay. So Instagram, you keep your videos very short. You always keep your posts very pictorial. Pictures are more incentivized and videos are more incentivized. Videos are most incentivized on Instagram, okay? And text is sort of less incentivized on Instagram. When it comes to YouTube, okay, YouTube is not a social networking platform. YouTube is actually a search platform. So after Google, people come to YouTube the most to search the answer to their questions. So while you can use Instagram to make people familiar with you, happy with you, use YouTube to solve people's problems. The whole tool, keyword tool that I showed you, use that and see what people are asking on YouTube and answer that and make those videos. That will be more effective on YouTube. And people, because you're solving their problems, they would also see that for longer and then receive your content better. And if you establish that your solutions really work or your product really works and people start using that, that'll be better to do in YouTube rather than Instagram. So that'll be my very precise answer. Is it clear? Is it clear, Mayur? All right, cool. Any other questions? Any other questions? Anybody has any questions? Don't worry. If you think your question is silly, you can even privately share it to me. Actually, no question is stupid, really. Everybody has a very valid question because everybody comes from different experiences. So don't worry about thinking that your question is not good enough. If you have a question, please ask. If you have a question, please ask. If you have any questions, ask. Okay. How do we research on content for a particular audience? Okay, so that would be one. As I said, particular content, you have to always, I showed you a few tools, like for example, okay, give me the example of the particular audience that you want to research. I will show that to you. I will research and show that to you. Saurabh, let me know, give an example. Okay, dancers, all right, fine. ठीक है. So which platform do you want to know how to create content for dancers? Do you want to do it on Instagram? Or do you want to do it on, say, YouTube? Where do you want to search for content on that? YouTube. All right, fine. Let's go. Let's get started. So we'll go back to that very tool that we used, which was Keyword Tool IO. All right, we will open Keyword Tool again, and then we will click on YouTube, right? And then we would get to know about what people are searching on dance. Suppose any specific type of dance you're looking for, classical, contemporary, anything? No. All right. So let's look at the questions people are asking regarding dance. So people are asking about, is dance an exercise, right? Oh, I think I'm questions, right? No, these are keywords. Sorry. Need to know the questions. Just a minute. Just a minute. Dance, and suppose your target audience is based out of Malaysia, all right? And you want to search the questions people are asking in dance. So what are Malaysians asking about dance? So they're asking, are dancers athletes? Are dance workouts effective? Are dance moms? Maybe that's a group, still friends. So all these questions they are asking. So what you do is you look at all these questions and you see what suits you the best, what you can answer the best, and what you can do the best, and use these questions to make create content. So this is how you can research about a specific target audience. Okay. And the other tool that I already told you is Crystal. So you could actually go to Crystal and go to LinkedIn. You could type a dancer's name. Is Shamak here? No. So let's look at a choreographer here. Right. So these are all my choreographers who are here, right? I have to do the same drill that you saw. I have to go to her profile. Like, so for example, Astha Rana is a choreographer, right? And I have to ask Crystal about it, and Crystal will tell you how to approach her, how to target her well. So if she is the exact person who matches your customer avatar, so Crystal has shown you everything here again, right? See, Crystal has even showed me what is the common thing between me and Astha. All right, like I am a motivator kind of a person, and I'm an encourager. I am somebody, according to Crystal, who motivates and encourages people, right? And Astha, according to them, is somebody who's a supporter and a counselor. So they have told what is how common are we, this kind of information. So if I want to target her from my personal brand, I will use this information. Then I got the whole playbook regarding Astha. So you just have to go to your customer avatar again, see a particular LinkedIn person again who fits like anything on your customer avatar. You'll see that person and you're like, this is my perfect target audience. This is the perfect kind of person I would like to target. And then you use Crystal Knows. All right. All right. Thank you so much. Any other questions? So I think they asked how do we, and for Facebook keywords research, which tool will we need? So okay. Now you can use the same. See, Insta family and Facebook family are pretty much the same. So you can use keyword tool also. So that's your answer, Kaushik. Kamran Ahmad also asked, how do I target specific audience on Instagram? Kamran, could you clarify a question? Like, how do you want to target them? What exactly? Hello, Kamran, are you there? Okay, I think he's not there. Any more questions, you guys? Any more questions? Anybody has any other questions? No. All right. Okay, Kamran is back. Said, let's say I have a tech page and I have to target specific audience on like tech audience, right? On Instagram. So what you will do is simply you go to all the tech influencers. Like for example, I think Guruji, there's this Instagram influencer called Guruji. What is his full name? Anybody knows? Because I'm like, for example, Gadget, yeah, Technical Guruji, right? So Kamran, you have to go to Technical Guruji's page and you have to see all the followers that he has. Now, there's a trick, okay? How do you get his followers, okay? And make them become yours. But you don't want just any followers to follow you. You want followers who are engaged and who would probably engage with your content also. So you look at his, go to his profile, you look at his comments, who's commenting, who's liking. So सबसे पहले you target people who are commenting, because those are the active people who will always also activate your account, who will be actively participating in your account. You go to them and you start a dialogue, start messaging them, start talking to them, all right, and make them aware about your Instagram page and maybe follow them, right? They will get you more followers later. Follow them. Don't unfollow, follow. That is a bad strategy. Become friends, okay? Always, always, always do it with in your heart. When you do it, you should always, always have the intention of becoming friends. So do not become forced. Do not unfollow, follow. Don't do that thing. So if you don't want to follow them, just start talking to them, right? And make them engage in their content. They will engage back in yours. So this is one of the strategies that you use in order to target specific people on Instagram, people who would not only follow you but also engage with you on Instagram. So was that helpful, Kamran, for you? Thank you so much, Kamran. I'm happy that I could help you. Is there anybody else who has any kind of question? I will be so happy to help. If not, then we will resume this. Anybody who has any kind of questions, you guys? All right. So I think nobody has any kind of questions. So I could put this webinar to an end. Thank you so much. Thanks a ton for all of you guys who stuck around till the end. I'm so happy you stuck around, and I'm so happy that you found my webinar valuable. If you want to know more, you can even DM me on Instagram, right? You can consult me. Don't worry about just the course. That's okay. Be my friend, no problem. And thank you so much for sticking around till the end. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. I am happy, Prateek, that you found it awesome. Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you so much. Okay, bye. Take care, you guys. Thank you.